Hello, I am here to talk about the chapter number 10 of the book, The Study of Language. To be more specific about pragmatics. Well, what is pragmatics? Pragmatics is the study of the language, but in a way more centralized in what really a sentence or a paragraph or text wants to say, even if this is not literally said. Well, uh, this branch of the study of language goes deeper in order to know what I previously said. Okay, but this branch of the study of languages have some factors too. The first one is called deixis. What is deixis? Well, deixis first when we want to know, or the other person wants to know what we are really talking about to them, or we want to know what they are really talking about it. In order to do that, we associate this with reference, and this is what we are really talking about. That it could be a person, a place, a thing, whatever. And with this comes the inference, that is that what the other person thinks that we are talking to them about it, or what we think the other person is talking us. Well, with this comes anaphora. That is when we are having a conversation with someone and we send them a text or whatever, and we want to mention the thing that we mentioned first. We want to mention it again. But with this comes cataphora. In order to do this easier, because it comes with repetition. Too much repetition is not good. So cataphora, what makes is replace the thing that is said before for a pronoun. Commonly the pronoun it. For example, say we are talking about a window and we want not to mention it again. We said the window was broken when I came to my house. It was being damaged for, I don't know, thief, something like that. Well, with this comes presupposition. That is when we point out some person, thing, or place, whatever, and we think that the person we are talking to, or the other person who is talking to us, we assume that they know what we are really talking about it, or they assume we know. And then we have speech acts. We have two kind of speech acts. The first one is direct speech acts, and the second one is indirect speech acts. The first one is called the impolite speech act. That is when we make requests in a formal way, when we just ask for something without manners. And the second one is the opposition. The opposite. We request, we command with amability. With this kind politeness is when we have consideration of another person and things like that. And finally, we have a negative phase and positive phase. A negative phase is when we want to be independent from the world. We have a problem and we want to resolve it for ourselves. And the second one is the opposite. The opposite. We have the necessity to belong to a group. And well, that's all for me.